The Cowards Conquest. The Tharlak, a cunning alien race known throughout the galaxy as masters of manipulation and deceit, had their eyes set on Earth, a planet rich in resources. But the Tharlak were not your typical conquerors. They were cowards by nature, preferring to hide in the shadows and let others do their dirty work. Direct confrontation was never their style. Instead, they thrived on chaos, fear, and the exploitation of weaknesses. Despite their cowardice, the Tharlak possessed one significant advantage: an unmatched adaptability to extreme environments. Their biology allowed them to thrive in conditions that would be lethal to most other species. Radiation, toxic atmospheres, and extreme temperatures posed no threat to them. This unique trait had allowed the Tharlak to survive countless near-extinction events on their own war-torn world. Now, they intended to use this resilience to their advantage in their next conquest, Earth. The Tharlak's goal was far more than mere conquest. It was a desperate bid for survival. Their homeworld, ravaged by centuries of exploitation and environmental degradation, could no longer sustain their civilization. Key resources like salt, natural gases, and oil were dwindling, essential not just for energy but for critical biological and technological processes. Earth's bountiful reserves offered a lifeline, but only if the Tharlak could seize them without direct confrontation. For the Tharlak, salt was crucial for maintaining their biological functions. Their physiology required high levels of sodium chloride for cellular processes and energy regulation, like how humans need oxygen. The vast oceans of Earth held an almost endless supply, perfect for sustaining their vast population. They used natural gases like methane and ethane to power their advanced technologies and life support systems. On their dying homeworld, natural gases were nearly exhausted, leading to a severe energy crisis. Earth's abundant reserves were the perfect solution to fuel their war machines, industrial complexes, and interstellar travel. Oil was a critical component in their biotechnology. They used refined hydrocarbons in the production of synthetic organics, medical supplies, and complex polymers essential for their survival in hostile environments. Earth's oil reserves were like an oasis to a thirsty traveler, offering the promise of renewed strength and technological advancement. The Tharlak's plan was simple but diabolical: provoke humanity into self-destruction, paving the way for their unchallenged rule. Nuclear war was the ultimate weapon. Humans had developed it, but the Tharlak would wield it. Knowing that radiation would have no effect on them, they saw nuclear conflict as the perfect way to clear the planet of its inhabitants without ever firing a shot themselves. Using their advanced technology, the Tharlak infiltrated Earth's communications networks. Disguised as high-ranking officials and influential figures, they spread misinformation and fueled hostilities between the world's most powerful nations. They planted fake intelligence reports, manipulated leaders' decisions, and fanned the flames of distrust and paranoia. Every speech, every broadcast, and every diplomatic meeting became a carefully orchestrated step toward global annihilation. Tensions between nations reached an all-time high, and the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. In a matter of weeks, long-standing alliances crumbled, and old enemies found themselves on the edge of conflict once more. The Tharlak watched from the shadows, confident that humanity would soon destroy itself, leaving a radioactive wasteland for them to inhabit. The Tharlak's ability to adapt quickly to harsh environments had been the key to their survival. They were once a weak and fragile species, constantly threatened by predators and natural disasters on their home planet. However, over millennia, they evolved to withstand extreme radiation and toxic conditions. Where other species perished, the Tharlak thrived, turning adversity into their greatest strength. This resilience made them perfect candidates for conquering a post-apocalyptic Earth. While humanity's cities would lie in ruins and the land would be poisoned with radiation, the Tharlak would walk unharmed, rebuilding in the ashes of civilization. They had no need for Earth's current inhabitants. To them, humans were merely a temporary nuisance, an obstacle to be removed by their own destructive nature. As the Tharlak's plan neared completion, the world's leaders were on high alert. Skirmishes broke out in strategic locations, and the threat of nuclear strikes loomed large. The Tharlak agents continued to push nations closer to the brink, ensuring that once the first missile was launched, there would be no turning back. However, not all of humanity was blind to the threat. A small group of scientists, hackers, and military officials had begun to piece together the truth. They uncovered the digital fingerprints of an alien influence, hidden in government systems and communication channels. But exposing the Tharlak would not be easy. With time running out, they faced an impossible task: to unite a fractured world and prevent a war that was already in motion. As the final countdown began, humanity found itself at a crossroads. Would they recognize the true enemy in time, or would the Tharlak's cowardly manipulation succeed, turning Earth into a new home for a race that thrived on the downfall of others? The fate of the world hung in the balance, and the Tharlak, hidden and waiting, prepared to inherit the radioactive wasteland they had engineered. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with others who love sci-fi. Your support helps us bring more fascinating stories to life. And if you have any thoughts or ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned for more adventures in the infinite sci-fi story.